Hey there, it's good to see you again. Matt here for 100,000 Reviews. And today I'm reviewing my own personal vehicle, a 2000 Xterra in the color blue. We've got 225,000 miles on this bad boy. And take everything I say with a grain of salt because I love this vehicle. Let's get right at it. It's got a 3.3 V6 with a manual transmission, 225,000 miles on it, and let's take a peek under the hood. A little bit dirty under here, but to be expected for 225,000 miles. It's pretty messy. I'm not too keen on the design here. Got wires and stuff everywhere. It's not very clean, doesn't look very sharp. However, it works very nicely, although it may lack a little bit in power. Everything in this vehicle works. Maybe you can put that up to Nissan's reputation. Maybe it's just been well taken care of before I owned it. I know it's been well taken care of since I've owned it. But everything still works, except the rear defroster. I can hear the relay switching in the dash, but I never get any heat to the rear window to melt the ice in the winter. Oh well, I will live without it. I'm getting about 18 miles per the gallon on highway. It's kind of mixed with city driving a little bit. Drive from one city to another and then back again in my daily commute. I've got a little bit of city driving on each end of that, but it's a good long highway drive. And I'm getting 18 pretty solid. Since I've owned it, and I bought this vehicle right at 200,000 miles, since I have owned it, I've had 3 major problems, one of which kept me from driving. And that one problem that I did have turned out to be a factory recall. The Nissan dealer here in my local town fixed for free, same day, and got it back to me. By the way, the 3 problems were: I had to fix a wheel bearing issue on the front end, passenger side. I had leaky valve cover gaskets on the engine, so I was leaking oil right onto the exhaust manifold, which would then smoke and create a terrible stink. The problem that left me stranded had to do with the wiring harness that runs the fuel pump. So I was driving down the road and suddenly the vehicle dies and will not start. This is a beast of an off-roading vehicle. And I'm not talking like Baja style. I'm talking getting out in the mountains and getting into low range, 4-wheel drive, and crawling over really rough terrain. It's a really good vehicle for doing that. And that makes my heart sing. I love doing that. It's a very fun pastime for me. It's very challenging sometimes, and I just love it. So that speaks a lot to why I really like this SUV. So something that has worn out, that gets on my nerves, is the synchronizers for first gear are worn out. It is difficult sometimes to put the vehicle in first gear, especially in a speed that is between first and second gear, especially during deceleration. So that gets on my nerves sometimes. Something that is not worn out, that one would think would be worn out with 225,000 miles, is the front seat. The driver's seat is in really good shape. It looks like it probably has 50 or 80,000 miles on it. It's in really good shape, and it's very pleasing. So that's my opinion of my 2000 Xterra 3.3 V6 manual transmission, 4-wheel drive. I like it a lot. I highly recommend getting one.